What's up, you guys? It is your girl, Miss Tyra, and I am back with another long and overdue video. I know it's been a minute since the last time I posted. So with that being said, if you're new here, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. If you guys are not new and been rocking with me since the beginning, I would like to welcome you guys all back, and thank you so much for rocking with me. And as you can tell from the title, this is just going to be a little chit chat, life updates. Where have I been? What have I been up to? Things like that. And so we're going to get straight to it, no chaser. So we're going to start off with, it is currently December 2020. And we all know it's been a crazy year. We lost a lot of people, pandemic happened, and just a whole bunch of craziness, as well as goodness too. And so the only videos I posted for 2020, I posted 3 videos for 2020, and they were all for my son, dedicated towards my son in a way, for his first birthday. And yeah, and so the last videos I posted aside from those 3 videos were back in 2019, August of 2019. The last video I posted was my son turning 2 months and getting his shots, his 2-month shots. So to piggyback off of that, I had my son who is a little man now. Like, I had him May 2nd, 2019. I had him by a C-section. If you guys want to know the full story on that, you guys can check out his 1-year anniversary birth vlog. And so I had him, I went in to the doctor to have a regular checkup on a Wednesday. Thursday, I gave birth. So with that being said, at the time that I was, waiting to give birth, by the way, I was 40 weeks. I was a little overdue. While all that was happening, while I was in the hospital bed, was moving us into our new home. And so towards the end of May, my birthday came around, and everything is going good, and I'm enjoying being a new mommy, getting adjusted to being a new mom, getting settled into our new home, and things like that. And so June comes around. Son is 1 month, and I'm quite sure he hit all his growth spurts and just was getting bigger and started developing more and started being more aware. And again, I'm probably just enjoying motherhood at this moment. Babe is working. Babe is the primary breadwinner at this time in our relationship at this point. And so he's steady working and just doing the best that he could and stuff like that, doing what he got to do. And so May, June, July comes around. Son is 2 months. Like I said, he get his 2-month shots, and he's just the joy to be around. It's for me, just every day, day to day. Because at this time I was not working. I was home all of my pregnancy and things like that. And so yeah, and August comes around. I start to look for a job, and at this point, for me, I feel as though I started to take on postpartum depression. However, I wasn't too aware that I was, because I was so focused on my baby, trying to be a new mom, the best mom that I can be to raise a young black boy in America today, and so forth and so forth. Although he's still very young, but it starts at home. It starts when they're very young. So that's what I'm focused on primarily, and searching for a job. And yeah, so that all transpired in August. And like I said, I started to take on, I feel as though, postpartum depression. And like I said, babe is taking on a lot of responsibility as the head of the household, and it really starts to plague both of our. It really starts to plague with the both of us. My postpartum, him taking on all this responsibility, taking care of his 2 older children, that's always his first priority. But aside from that, does so much. He does so much, so much. And so yeah, so it start to take a hold of the both of us, which start to bring problems to our relationship. So September comes around, and Sun is 4 months, again growing so fast, being so aware of things. He started solid foods. I don't know if I said this already, but we noticed he had a mild case of eczema, so the doctor prescribed him some ointment for him, and so we started just using straight Dove sensitive soap, Vaseline, and the ointment on him. He got his 4-month shots. And I must admit, I wasn't too aware on knowledge as far as vaccines and stuff like I should have been, and how serious they can get for children. And so at this point in my life, but I knew that he would one day be in childcare and stuff like that. So that's also a reason that I went forth and got vaccines and stuff like that. But that's a whole nother story. So he got his 4-month shots. This is all transpired in September. I also started taking classes at Community College of Philadelphia. And if you guys don't know, fall of 2018, I had started retaking some prereqs or whatever. But this was during my first and second trimester of my pregnancy. So that upcoming spring semester, I did not attend. I took that off so that I wouldn't have too much on me to before I gave birth. So I started taking classes back up in September 2019, and still on the job hunt. And I'm quite sure towards the end of September is when I actually got the call for an interview to come in that upcoming October 2019 for an interview. So that transpired, and like October comes around, Sun is 5 months, and at this point he is so active. I mean, crawling up my bed, banging on the window. I actually have a video. I'll try to insert it so you guys can see. Literally at 5 months, banging on my window, standing up on his own. It's so hilarious, so cute. So yeah, in October, he's 5 months. He's doing good. Again, on solid food, still strictly breastfed. The holiday, I'm quite sure Halloween came around. We didn't do much for Halloween because Sun was still pretty much young. I'm taking classes and things like that. So we chilled for the most part. And at this point, me and his relationship is kind of taking a toll on both of us. We're having, some issues to the point where we got into a very big altercation, kind of got physical a little bit, not like, domestic, but, shoving, pushing and stuff like that. So yeah, that transpired to where, so, I packed a few things, left the house for a little while. I just went to my mom's. I felt like we needed a break. I definitely needed a break. And so yeah, and I think I forgot to mention that my mom was helping me during the time I would go to classes. She would help me watch my son or whatever while Babe was working day to day and I was taking classes and stuff. She would help. So all that transpired in October. November comes around. Sun is now 6 months. Again, he's growing fast. He got his 6-month shots. He's crawling. Again, very active, starting to eat a little bit more, solid foods and things like that. At this point, we did, he had got congested really bad, and I took him to the doctor. They gave him an albuterol treatment. If you guys don't know, that is for asthma, and it kind of helped. So that was the only time he had to use it at 6 months, and then he had to use it again a few months later, but we'll get to that. So they gave him that. He was fine. He didn't have to use it for a while after that, like I said. And my family comes into town from down south Arkansas, the dirty. They come up and visit. We enjoyed them. And And for Thanksgiving, I went to my dad's. At this point, my mom was transitioning homes, so we all had Thanksgiving at one of my other family members' house. I think it was my aunt's house, yeah. And so that's how that went down in November, I actually started my orientation for the new job towards the end of November. Classes are going great and everything is going well. You know, our relationship is still kind of rocky. Me and Babe's relationship is still kind of rocky, but we're working. You know how it is. We're trying to get back. We're working towards it, you know. But things are still rocky. And so all that transpired in November. December comes around. I'm getting ready for winter break from classes. Again, we're finally probably settled down. Yeah, we're settled down in our home. And at this point, again, I still wasn't working, but my orientation was in November, but I didn't start physically working until the end of December. 2 days before Christmas is when I started working. So mind you, all this time I'm not working. And so that played a big part as well. And at this point, again, I still have my postpartum, and it's kind of getting a hold of me, you know. And then still on top of that, even though I got the interview and was still job searching and all that, aside from that, before I got the call and stuff, it still was, you know, hard. Like, dang, I'm not working. I'm waiting, not waiting, but, you know, Babe is doing everything. And I felt like I couldn't do everything that I wanted to do for my son, but he was always well off. You know, things from the baby shower and, you know, now don't get me wrong, I wasn't working, but sis got some money now. And so I definitely made sure my baby had what he needed. But it definitely, you know, not having a job plays a part. So there, December 23rd is when I started my first day of working. So I worked Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's, all that. You know, the new person, you work all the holidays and stuff like that. And I'm working overnight. And I work in the hospital, in the emergency department. And so, yeah. Yeah. So December, again, towards the end of December, me and Baby, like I said, we're doing okay. We're doing a little better. Again, trying to work at it and stuff. New Year comes around, you know, I'm there for about a week. I'm at the job for about a week, going on 2 weeks. And, you know, I'm just getting adjusted to it. At this time, Son is not in daycare. January, he is 8 months. Son is not in daycare, but me and Babe had started talking about it and discussing it. So I started to take interest in, you know, going out to find some daycares that he can probably go to. Yeah, so Son turned 8 months. I'm at the job, you know, getting settled in as the new girl and stuff like that. And 2 weeks into January, I get a notice at the door, and we get an eviction notice. And yeah, y'all know how that go. I'm not going to get deep into that, but we get an eviction notice, and eventually we wind up leaving. We did, you know, settle it out, but we wound up leaving eventually. And yeah, that's how that went. And towards the end of January, I'm a month in the job, and everything seems to be starting to pick up, and everything is starting to fall in place as far as, you know, the income and me just making sure my baby has everything. However, I started taking classes again. Winter break starts. Spring classes starts back up. So I started taking classes. This is right before COVID, so we're physically going to the classes. And end of January, February comes around. I'm well off in the job at this point. Son is 9 months. Yes, 9 months. He's met all his growth spurts again, got his shots again. this point, he starts to walk. He starts walking, and that was like the biggest excitement, you know, that I've enjoyed. One of the biggest moments I've enjoyed with my son, when he started walking. It just was like, wow, he's getting bigger. Valentine's Day come around, me and babes, you know, celebrated in a sweet and intimate way. February 20th to be exact, we signed a new lease for a new home, the one that we are in now, and we move in and we get settled in here in February. And again, I'm still taking classes. March comes around. Son is now 10 months. Yes, 10 months. So at this point, the beginning of March, the end of February, beginning of March, I found a daycare for son to go to. And I really like it. You know, it was a little pricey for me, but you know, me and babe talked it over, and that's the one we chose. Oh, and I did mention, of course, taxes came around and stuff like that. So again, things started to fall in place for me and whatever. I'm still suffering a little bit from the postpartum depression and just depression in general, because I do suffer from that a little bit. So I'm dealing with it better, you know, because things are starting to fall in place. A lot of stress is starting to fall off my shoulders. So I'm dealing with that a lot better at this point. So we found a daycare for son. Literally, like I said, it was the end of February going into March. He was there for literally 2.5 weeks before that very first official notice of everything shutting down. I mean, everything. If you weren't like essential at all, I mean, you know, of course the supermarkets, Walmart, Targets, those remain open. If you weren't any of those type of essential workers, then everything was shut down. So at this point, he had to stop daycare. Now, mind you, we made our payments always on that Friday for that upcoming week. So I made a payment that Friday right before they shut it down. And at this point, I'm working, and it was kind of hard at this point and we also started taking online classes. So they were trying to convert everyone to online classes at this minute. And in the beginning, it was chaotic. It was chaos because everybody is trying to adjust to it and see how things are working and testing out these, you know how it was. So, but at this point, I'm trying to focus on classes at home with my son, who's very busy at this moment, walking into everything to get everything, and coming home from working overnight, no sleep, to cleaning and cooking. And you know, as a woman and as a mother, of course we're going to get it done. We had to, no matter what. But it I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot to juggle, basically. So I'm like, we have to find him somewhere, to somebody like family member, a close family member that we trust or whatever. So babe just so happened to know an older woman who watched his older children when they were younger. So he started daycare at the new child care in the first week of April. So April comes around. At this point, you know, I'm well adjusted into the job. By the way, I had to withdraw from my online classes again because it was just a lot. And again, they were trying to figure things out. And at that point, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it seemed so easy to, you know, you're thinking you're at home and you can do it, but again, I had so many other things to do while I'm at home that it was really kind of hard for me. So I withdrew from those classes. And so again, April comes around, son starts the daycare, and I started to think about it. Well, I had already been planning his party, but once the pandemic happened, I'm like, yo, what's going to go on with his party? And so at this moment, I'm like, okay, well, I can't do what I really want to do, but you know, I'll figure it out. April, again, everything is starting to come and fall in place so much better, so much better. Towards the end of April of 2020, I get son. I do a little, take some pictures, get some pictures taken of him for his first birthday here at the house, and I enjoyed that. Again, that's one of the videos that I posted this year. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys check it out. And I feel like I said "and" 1,000 times in this video. And so towards the end of April, now Sun's birthday is getting ready to come around. The beginning of May 2nd, 2020, my baby is going to be 1. And at this time, he's walking, still getting adjusted to it, but he's walking. So, and I decided like a week, like, I'm not gonna lie, the week of, before his birthday, I'm like, okay, well, like I said, I can't do what I really want to do, but I have to do something for my baby. So I, bought a few decorations from, a local party store, and got a cake and made some food at the house. I called a few people over, very small. It was more children than adults. They came over, we put food on the grill, and it turned out, it turned out pretty good, and I was happy, Like I said, it didn't go the way I wanted to. Again, this was when everything was still completely shut down. And so, yeah. So that's what I wound up doing. That's also a part of one of those videos where I show his birthday or whatever. I didn't get footage of the actual birthday, but, because I was busy hosting and stuff like that. So, but I did vlog. So check that out if you haven't already. So yeah, that's May, the beginning of May. May 2nd, his birthday comes around. He turns 1, so he gets his shots, his 1-year-old shots. He's in love with the daycare. He's adjusting fine. And oh yeah, I'm sorry. The first daycare that he attended to is he caught another cold. He caught a cold, and yeah, he caught a cold. He was having problems breathing. So at this point, he haven't been medically diagnosed with asthma, but they wound up giving him a treatment then, and he was good. He was fine. And so this was when COVID first started around. Like I said, this was back in March. Sorry guys, I'm jumping back, but this was back in March when that happened. So they did a quick swab on his little nose. They didn't go all the way up or whatever. They just really did around his little nostrils at this point. So yeah, so that happened. And so yeah, okay. So his birthday comes around, we do that. Mother's Day comes around, I enjoy that, very small, intimate, me, babe, my son, and I enjoy that. And was that this year? Yeah. My birthday this year, which was towards the end of May, I gave back to the homeless. That's one of the things I decided to do since everything was shut down. I'm like, okay, and I knew I wasn't going to do any traveling. I decided to give back, so I made 80 brown bags, the little sandwich brown bags for lunch. I made 80 of those, or it was 75 or 80, one of those. And I packed it, homemade sandwiches, turkey, cheese, all that good stuff, water, chips, little candy in there, and I went down and I fed the homeless. And that's one of the things I wanted to do, so that's what I did. That transpired in May. June comes around, everything is going good. Baby's business has picked up tremendously. And Father's Day comes around. We do stuff on the grill for Babe and things like that. And sorry guys, I'm just thinking as I go. I had it written down, but I can't find the paper where I put it, honestly. And so I'm just on here just retracting. So yeah, towards the end of June, okay, June comes around. Son is now a year, 1 month, and he is just, again, a joy to be around. He is getting so big at this point. He's talking more, trying to talk, but he's definitely saying words, no, yes, and yes, just doing stuff. And so yeah, end of June, July comes around. Son is 12 months now. And babe's birthday my mom's birthday's come back around. So now we a year in now at this point, because remember I started at his 2-month shots. We caught back up from his 2-month shots, which was July 2019. So July 2020 comes back around. My mom's birthday, babe's birthday, and son is 12 months. No, 12 months, a year and 2 months. Yeah. So this means, let me speed up this video because now I'm starting to gibberish and I don't want it to be dragging out. So yep, July comes around, mom's birthday, babe's birthday towards the end. We didn't do much. Babe was, he's not a big person when it comes to birthdays, so we didn't do much. Grilled for his birthday, and that was that. He was fine with that. And of course, me and him, August comes back around. Oh, I'm sorry, July 16th to be exact. I wound up having to get surgery. I'm able to talk about it now. And I had to get my right fallopian tube removed. I had an ectopic pregnancy. And, it was kind of hard for me when it happened, like hard mentally. Because I do want a second child eventually. And so I was hoping that would be the one, but it wasn't the case. And that pain from that pregnancy, oh, I would never wish that on my worst enemy. It's something you don't want to play with. It just doesn't feel good. So that came, and I was out of work until like mid-August. I took a trip, a quick little road trip, me and my son, down south. And I went back to work mid-August. Son is now a year and 3 months at this point. He's still in daycare. He's enjoying it. And, we're in the summertime, getting ready for fall. August. Yeah, so I go back to work, and then September comes around. Son is now a year and 4 months. And he has another hospital scare. But at this time, my mom was helping me babysit him that night, and she texted me like, hey, he's been breathing a little funny. I don't think he should go to school the next day, but I'm at work. Again, I work overnight, so I'm like, okay, well, when I get off, I'll just take him straight to the ER. And long and behold, when I got to him to pick him up from my mom, he was breathing so hard, like he was having a hard time trying to catch his little breath. So I wound up taking him to the hospital. And long story short, they wound up keeping him overnight to observe him. But at that time, they're giving him the inhaler treatments and, just making sure, checking his respiratory and things like that. So that happened in September. I also became a single mom. And not because me and babe had broken up or anything like that. We are very much still in love. We are very much still together. I'ma scream for you till they free you. But that's another story as well. But I love you so much, and you know what it is. But yeah, I became a single mom, And then October came around. At this point, I have another miscarriage. And so I was really starting to fall back into a depression state, and it really started to take a toll on me because I didn't want to eat, and it was just a lot. And then the whole job, when I tell you one thing about working overnight, I feel like you will never get used to it. Your body would just never get used to it. I feel like we're meant to sleep at night in our bed. And then so that started to take a toll on me, as well as the whole miscarriage thing. So I started to fall back into a depression state, and Babe's not here to, sit with me, to go through this with me, to talk with me and just make me feel better, and just be there for me. So it was just a lot. So I let my son stay with my mom for a few days. I took off, you get bereavement days. So I took off a few days just to, process everything, get myself together. And then, so that transpired in October. November of 2020 comes around, and we had Thanksgiving at my mom's. Son is doing totally fine, still in daycare. He loves school. My baby loves school so much. And yeah, so that was pretty much November. We didn't do quite much. It started to get very cold, so we were pretty much indoors more now. Oh yeah, in October, the end of October, we did go to the zoo. And my son enjoyed that. That was his first time at the zoo, where he can actually see the animals and say, "Ooh, what's that?" and stuff like that. So yeah, we did that. And like I said, we spent Thanksgiving at my mom's. Everybody this year was trying to social distance due to the whole COVID thing. And we were kind of in like the second wave of the whole COVID thing, so people were starting to be like, "Oh no, we're not gonna," you know how it's going. So we just my mom's kids were only at her home, so we went down there, and that was fine. And that was the end of November, of course. Yeah, so December, we are here, December 2020. Now, son is doing well, and I'm doing well until December the 3rd. It is now December 22nd. So December the 3rd, I found out that I was COVID positive, that I caught COVID. And it's crazy because I just was speaking about being social distancing before, and so, the whole holiday thing and stuff like that. And it's crazy that I caught it. I'm gonna tape, y'all know that tape. But yeah, I caught COVID. I was positive for COVID. I had lost my I had lost my taste of smell. Lord. I don't feel like I'm starting to ramble, so let's hurry this up. I don't want to rush you guys, but yeah, I caught COVID. I lost my sense of smell, and I lost my taste. And it was weird because, usually you lose your sense of smell when you're sick, stuffy nose, congested, and stuff like that, but that wasn't the case. So it was so weird because I'm walking around and I can't smell anything, but I'm breathing totally fine and stuff like that. But I couldn't smell if you were cooking it. I couldn't smell the aroma of food if it was cooking. I couldn't smell candles. I really couldn't smell anything, and it was crazy. So I was out of work for these last 2 weeks. I don't go back until after Christmas, the Monday after Christmas. And so, yeah, and with that being said, I honestly, I know a lot has transpired, and so I wanted to do this video to get you guys all caught up. Whether you care or not, it's something that I want to do. You know, I really enjoy doing these videos when I do them. I know I haven't been consistent like I need to, but again, life happens. I'm a mom. I'm working, and so yeah, and I'm just adulting right now. So bear with me, but I promise you that I will come with new content, new videos this upcoming year. And so just wait on it. As well as I also want to thank you guys so much. I didn't get a chance to do a video to thank you guys for, and it may seem very small to some people, but it's something big to me. You don't know how hard it is to get 100 subscribers. That means you guys are liking something about my video, and I appreciate you guys so much. Again, it may not seem like a lot, but it's because of you 100 subscribers that I'm going to continue to do it, because it's like, okay, I see you guys are liking it and I can keep going. And like I said, I enjoy doing the videos when I do them. So thank you guys so much. And my son isn't here while I'm doing this video. He's at school, but you guys will see him. You will. He's such a little meanie. He's so big. And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions on the videos, what would you guys like to see? Please leave them in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on my personal Instagram at Miss Tyra. That's MS__TYRA. I do be on social media. It may not seem like it. I do be on there. I just haven't posted in a while. But going into 2021, I promise you that I will. So that's why I'm letting you guys know, to make sure you guys go and follow that. Oh, and I also did forget to mention, I started an online boutique. Actually, I started the process of doing everything October of 2019. I forgot to tell you guys. October of 2019, I started the process of like getting my LLC, getting my logo and everything done. So it's called Luxe Boutiques. That's LUXXEBOUTIQUES. And you can follow us on Instagram at Luxe Boutiques. So yeah, and yeah, I started that. A lot has happened this year. Again, July I had surgery and things like that, became a single mom, and just life happened. So I had to take a step back, but things are going to be revamped, and I am coming back better and bigger than ever for 2021. And yeah, I'm trying not to forget anything, you guys. But for the most part, you guys will start to see more videos from me, and bear with me. I'm still getting adjusted to doing videos, although I have done some. It's been a minute since I actually sat in front of a camera or vlog, so I'm getting adjusted to it. It's still new for me a little bit, so just bear with me, but it's coming. The content is coming. Excuse me, I have something on my lips. So again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. And if there's anything I'm forgetting, you guys will stay tuned. You guys will be updated. But until then, I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.